Somewhere beyond the recesses of time and space, two podcasters are set adrift in a machine, picking up transmissions of movies that are forgotten but not gone.
Welcome to Movie Memory Machine 5-4, the mini-series where we bring you 5 films thematically related to the main film we're talking about, and that film is The Dream Team from 1989. I am your host, Landon Solano, joined always by my co-host, Truman Caps. Truman, it's good to see you.
Landon, it's dreamy to be seen, and boy, I feel like we talked a lot about how many other movies have tried to do what the Dream Team did and did a better job of it, and I'm hoping that some of those get served up in this week's 5-4.
Let's see what the machine has in store for us by going to the first film.
First film, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This movie popular? Did this win any awards? Was this movie filmed on location in Salem, Oregon, my hometown? Really good movie about a mental institution and about a kind of guy with a devil-may-care attitude who comes in there and shakes everything up.
Yeah, it's true. Next.
At one point, he takes everybody out on a little field trip, an unsanctioned field trip for that matter, but he takes them out to the Oregon coast, and they get in a fishing boat, and they go around, and that couldn't be Christopher Lloyd, is it?
Yes, Christopher Lloyd is also in this movie.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize that. This movie came out in 1975.
Really?
Christopher Lloyd was born in 1931. So this
Correct.
is Christopher Lloyd at age 40. Was Christopher Lloyd ever under the age of like 30? Was he ever a young man? I swear to God.
He's like Boris Karloff in that he became incredibly famous at like 40-something or 50-something and just was that age for the rest of his career.
Spins chair
But he also
around.
played Doc Brown when he was like in his 40s, but looking like he's in his 70s. And so he just is perpetually defying age, I feel like.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to just spin my chair around and turn my baseball cap backwards and sit down, because that reminds me of a story of another guy who got really famous at middle age, and that man's name was Academy Award-nominated screenwriter Paul Hogan. I think part of why I didn't appreciate or realize that Christopher Lloyd was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is that there's also Danny DeVito in this movie, and that's also...
Yes.
difficult for me to process that, like, the guy who's been on 14 seasons of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was also in this movie that won, like, every Academy Award it was possible to win in 1975.
And get ready to blow your mind, Danny DeVito and Christopher Lloyd starred together in Taxi for many seasons.
Before or after this movie?
After.
Wow, so they were kind of like, hey, what if we were on a TV show together? We should make something happen with that.
And then Milos Forman, the director of this movie, directed Man on the Moon, in which Danny DeVito and Christopher Lloyd reprised their characters from Taxi.
What? Oh, wow. I didn't know that, Landon, so all I have to say about that fact is thank you very much.
Let's move on to the next film, shall we?
Yes, let's Jim Carrey on. Titicut Follies.
Sometimes the machine has a sense of humor, I think.
Sometimes it's wry. So this is a documentary filmed in a Massachusetts mental hospital that was a very searing and incisive look at the way that we treat mentally ill people in institutions.
Yeah.
Led to a lot of reforms, and also I think is very difficult to see because of rights clearance issues, because the people being filmed didn't consent. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think so.
Oh.
No. Well, I don't know. That might be true, but it's pretty accessible.
Oh, well, fuck me, I guess.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm going off of, like, the library.
Well, I mean, hey, who goes to the library anymore, right?
You can get it on, like, Hoopla, where Frederick Wiseman is my favorite documentarian of all time. I absolutely love his approach to documentaries. And
He's a wise man.
I think, is maybe funded in part by some sort of public education system or public system where almost all of his movies are available to stream through all of the library streaming services. So like you can get all of his stuff on Canopy.
Okay. But this was like a piece of muckraking journalism in a sense, right? Like
yes, this one sets apart from his other work, like High School and Welfare. I'm trying to think of the other one that I really thought was fascinating. There's a bunch of them. These early documentaries, he takes more of a fly on the wall approach in his follow-up documentaries, but this one is very much like, searing journalism. Is that what you called it?
Searing journalism, yeah, muckraking journalism. It's exposing a system that most people don't really get a window into. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, so probably about as funny as The Dream Team, but it has much more cultural value in that it actually tried to improve conditions for people in mental hospitals.
Yes, The Dream Team didn't improve conditions for literally anybody.
It made conditions worse for the two of us when we watched it.
Yeah, this is a hard one, so it's not a light recommendation, but it is definitely fascinating to watch, even 50 years after the fact. Love
to turn on a podcast and be recommended a really depressing black and white documentary.
Let's move on to the next film.
Yep, Don Juan DeMarco, Machine. Boo. Rude. We covered this movie, and I didn't like it. And I'm looking at your Letterboxd rating, and it's still too goddamn high. Oh, Landen, this fucking movie.
Here, I will quit doxing my Letterboxd reviews.
Well, I'll dox your box as much as I want to, man. Put these in a different format if you don't want me to see them. Yeah. So it's about a wacky dude in a mental institution. The mental institution that Don Juan DeMarco is taken to in this movie, much like the mental institution in the movie The Dream Team, looks pretty nice. Didn't really comment on this in the main feed episode, but this mental hospital looks just pristine. Better than my home. Send me there.
Well, yeah, I'm glad they're clean. I'm glad they're,
they have
sterile and
they have private rooms. Like everything's very clean. There's like it seems like Dr. Weitzman is in charge of exactly 4 patients. That level of staff to patient ratio is insane. It's so insane it should be locked up. Anyway, Don Juan DeMarco, I don't know. You say something about it. I don't like this movie.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you, I'm just going to point people to our Don Juan DeMarco episode if they want to know more, but would you rather rewatch Don Juan DeMarco or The Dream Team?
Oh, fuck. I'd rather rewatch Don Juan DeMarco. Because I like Faye Dunaway, and there is occasionally whimsy and fun in moments, and you get to see. You get Marlon Brando. Well, you get him sitting there twirling a flower in his hands, wistfully looking into space, and his wife asks him, "Where were you just now?" And he just goes, "Mexico." And that's kind of fun. I think about that about 4 times a day. So
yeah,
I guess I don't know. What would your pick be?
Obviously, Don Juan DeMarco. I sent this back to Modern Memory.
Yeah, I know, and you gave it a really weirdly high Letterboxd rating too, you freak. Yeah, it's I don't know. I guess I see the similarity there. It's just he never really, and I guess at the end, they release him from the institution at the end, but then it's not like they take him on a field trip during the movie though.
Well, they do kind of take him to a field trip at the end of the movie to go to the beach to find his Donna Anna.
Yeah, which is a terrible idea. You're just submerging him right back into his fantasies. But he's at that point he's been released, so it's not a field trip. It is just a trip.
Well, that's true. I'm sure there's a field somewhere nearby.
Well, damn it, Landen, you got me there. Dead to rights.
Don Juan to gotcha.
Landen.
Let's move on to the next film.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Mr. Lonely. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a barrel of monkeys already. Oh, Harmony Korine. Okay, interesting. Tell me about Mr. Lonely.
This is how do you even want to talk about this? People getting through life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
People on
got a guy who is Diego Luna is playing a Michael Jackson lookalike. You got Samantha Morton playing a Marilyn Monroe lookalike. You got famed French actor Denis Lavant playing a Chaplin lookalike, and you get someone I don't remember who playing a Shirley Temple lookalike.
Wow.
And so you got kind of 4 kind of wacky people. They're not institutionalized, but there's a kind of question of whether or not they should be, as most characters in Harmony Korine movies kind of are.
Yeah.
They're kind of out and about on the road. They're in Scotland. There's a commune.
Wow. So you're just sort of a collection of things.
Yes.
I guess like most Harmony Korine movies, it's kind of like surreal and maybe doesn't always track.
Yeah. It's kind of a weird day in the life of sort of vibe. I don't know. It's got hangout vibes, which I think that Dream Team kind of has.
Well,
Like, I don't know. If you're not paying too much attention and you're just like, I want 1980s New York in the background.
Oh, perhaps if you've had some friends over for a party and you're looking for a movie to put on the old TV on mute so you can't tell how unappealing Michael Keaton is being.
Yeah. Do you think that's a great idea that I just came up with?
I think it's great, Landon. I think this thing's really going to catch on. You should start evaluating every movie we talk about through that lens.
Okay. But Mr. Lonely, it's a peculiar kind of film, and if you know Harmony Korine, like, you kind of can get the offbeat vibes.
Yeah, I'll bet. Take a spring breaker with Mr. Lonely. Okay.
All right. Let's move on to our last film.
Let's go. What the actual hell? Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. What does this have to... I've not seen Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. I haven't really seen any of the Star Trek's films. So
hold on, you just slapped me in the face in one direction and then punched me in the face in the other direction.
Well, it's because I'm quite mad at you for your rating of Don Juan DeMarco. I'm not really a Star Trek person, and especially not the original series, so I haven't seen the movies. That just didn't really click for me. So
yeah,
what the hell's the deal? Do they go to a mental hospital in this movie? Do they hit the road?
Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home is the Enterprise crew. They have found Spock in number 3. And Spock he's still getting his marbles together, so he doesn't have his whole history. But this is the time travel. The Enterprise crew goes to New York, 1980s, to save the whales.
Right.
Or no, San Francisco. I'm sorry, not New York.
That makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. I remember hearing about this one. Yeah, they have to get a whale.
This movie, as a Star Trek film, succeeds at the log line of the Dream Team way harder than the Dream Team does.
Really?
The fish out of water, I don't understand the culture that I'm in. Scotty has to go and deal with a computer at some point and doesn't know how to use a mouse because he's like, he picks up the mouse and he's like speaking into it, talking like, computer, do this. Like, they're up to hijinks.
Yeah, there's
they walk. Uhura and oh my God, why is this Walter Koenig? They are going by a street corner and there's this whole thing with punks and a boom box. Like listening to music and the volume. There's a thing on the why can't I think of simple words?
I don't know. You should be in a mental institution.
Public transit. There's a whole thing of like them riding the bus.
Now what you're saying is interesting. Hello, watching the movie right now. All you had to do was say they ride the bus. Jesus. Like,
at no point in the Dream Team do they go, what would it be like if these people did these everyday things in New York? This movie's like, well, what if we took people who aren't from here and made them experience everyday things that we know about and they don't?
Okay. That sounds cool. That sounds great. I feel like I probably have to see the other 3 movies to understand why Spock got lost and how the search for him turned out. But So it really, they took a science fiction concept and kind of turned it almost into a fish out of water comedy, at least in the fun and games portions.
Yeah, but it's still like a legit Star Trek film too. And this movie, like The Dream Team, played on cable over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Interesting. Okay, so very formative for you.
Yawned right through saying interesting.
Well, Landon, it's been a long recording session.
I know.
Thank you.
I know.
My Thorazine dose got upped, and it was more than I can handle.
All right. Anyway, this does the fish out of water, and it's literally about a fish out of water, i.e. a whale. The biggest fish out of the biggest water, the ocean.
Technically, whales aren't fish because they are mammals.
Oh, fuck.
End the episode.
We could have went out on a big laugh, but then you had to Poindexter your buster up in my face.
What's better than a big laugh is all of our marine biologist listeners nodding smugly and saying, "Yeah, Truman, well done."
Well, I think we did well done on this 5-4, so let's wrap up shop and meet people here back on Friday for a new film. So for Truman Caps, I have been Landon Solano.
And for Landon Solano, I've been Truman Caps. Bye-bye.
Movie Memory Machine is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/gruntworkpod to keep the machine running. Theme song by Porky's Groove Machine. Rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. For more information on today's show, visit MovieMemoryMachine.com.